Summer is coming, and it's not just the heat that's on the rise. More and more people are hitting the road to go see Grandma, to hit the beach, or to go see Mickey. Now, with those long trips, we all know they're usually accompanied by aches and pains and possibly, potentially dangerous driver fatigue. So, let me give you some tips that will help you stay loose, stay relaxed on the road, and get you to your destination safely. And we're going to start with some stretches for you. And obviously, the passenger would be the person who would have the easiest time stretching out in a vehicle. So we're going to start with them. And we're going to start from the top down, stretching out that neck. So what we want to do is breathe in, and as we go into the stretch, breathe out, relax, and we're going to start by reaching over the top of our head, grabbing above the ear and stretching ear to shoulder, just like this. And the next one we'll do looks fairly similar, except we'll be looking away and grabbing the back corner of our head and then pulling forward. And now we want to bring that head back. So just go ahead and drive your head right into that headrest, pushing your chin straight back, bringing that head back where it needs to be. And now we'll go on to the chest. So what I like to do is I like to reach my arm behind the seat next to me and turn away, opening up all of this chest here. Now, you can imagine being the passenger, that's fine for the left arm, but what about the right? Well, for the right, it's very simple. All you do is you roll down the window, stick your arm out, and let Mother Nature and physics take over the rest, and get that chest stretched out on this side. Now, of course, when you're doing this, you want to be safe. Make sure there's not a lot of traffic around, and you're not going through any kind of bridges or tunnels or things like that. Be safe out there. Okay? So now we'll move on to the low back. And something you can do for that is just go ahead and slip that shoulder strap. Don't take the seatbelt off, just slip the shoulder strap and bend forward. Opening up that lumbar spine, and then go ahead and lean back just a little bit, getting that full range of motion in there. And now for the knees and ankles. For the knees, just kick that leg back and forth, keeping some movement in there. And of course, repeat on each side. And for your ankles, just some simple rotations to the right and to the left can help keep you going, keep things nice and loose for you. And we'll move on to the driver, of course, the most important person, the person operating the vehicle. So with all of these, please remain safe. Please keep your eyes on the road, and these are designed to help you do that, but still get the same type of benefits as the passenger. So once again, we're going to start with the neck. And go ahead and just like the passenger, drive that head back into that headrest. Work those muscles, get those nice and warmed up, and bring that head back to where it needs to be. And even as you're driving, you can still get a little bit of rotation in there as you're driving it back, keeping that eye on the road to help still work the right and left side of that neck. And for the chest, the same type of situation. Go ahead and reach back behind the seat, opening up that chest while keeping your arm on the wheel, eyes on the road. And then, once again, roll down the window and let Mother Nature take over. So now that we've got the chest, let's talk about the low back. This is going to be a little bit different because obviously you can't lean forward or you're going to run into the steering wheel. And we don't want that. Pay attention to the road. So, for the low back, we want to just flex those abdominal muscles, drive that low back into the seat, and then bring them back forward, creating that nice, good lumbar curve, and just work yourself back and forth just like that. And you can also bring one side up creating some nice lateral movement as well. And then of course for the knees and ankles, these look about the same, but make sure you're in an area where you have the cruise control engaged. That way you can get freedom of movement with the knees and ankles and don't have to worry about operating the pedals and can keep your eyes fixed on the road. So with these stretches and little mobilizations, you can decrease that stress, those aches and pains, and get to where you're going faster and safer. Now, speaking of getting to where you're going faster and safer, you want to make sure and take breaks while you're driving. Every hour to 2 hours maximum, make sure you find a good rest stop to get out of the car, do some more in-depth stretching, and don't forget about that water. Hydration is very important to lessen fatigue. Now, hopefully, with these little tips and tricks, like I said, you get to Grandma's house nice and safe. And don't forget, when you come back from that trip, to come into your chiropractor and get an adjustment. Because no matter the stretching, it's still a long haul, and I'll bet your back will be happy to see him or her. So have a safe trip and a blessed summer.